Up next, we're going to go to Saratoga Springs, New York to show you how horseradish is made. Hold your nose for this one when Roker on the Road comes back. Know what this is? It's a horseradish root. Well, to get the strongest, most pungent horseradish, you need to grind this root by hand. Not a lot of folks do that anymore, but they still do in Saratoga Springs, New York. That's the home of Whalen's horseradish, and it's a job that's not for the faint of heart. Dan Bell isn't in some top-secret location mixing up hazardous chemicals. He's in Saratoga Springs, New York, making horseradish, a mission so potent it requires a gas mask.
When I first got into the business, I used goggles. But then I soon realized that in the confined area I was in the cellar that I needed something more than goggles because I had to keep walking out after I'd grind or peel and the fumes would overcome me.
Dan and his wife, Stephanie, are the owners of Whalen's Horseradish, one of the few companies that still make horseradish by hand.
I don't think the recipe has changed. Probably since they started peeling it, it's always been peeled by hand. And we continue to do that.
Seeing as how Dan needs a gas mask to make his product, you'd be right in concluding that Whalen's horseradish is head-clearing hot stuff. Whether it's straight or mixed in with mustards, sauces, dips, pickles, or even cranberry relish, this stuff will knock you out. Just ask the friends and neighbors of the Bells who make it a habit to stop by for unofficial taste tests.
That's great. That's cleaning out my nose.
That cleans out your sinuses for sure.
It was excellent. Absolutely fabulous.
For those who don't have an in with the Bells, Whalen's is sold in local stores and can be ordered directly from the company. Dan got into the horseradish game after he retired from the military. He was looking for a hobby that he could also use to bring in some money. He purchased the 75-year-old Whalen's Horseradish Company from its original owners.
It started off small, and I had no idea that it was going to take off like it did. And now I'm at a point where I actually have to turn stores down because I can't keep up with the demand.
Horseradish is an ancient herb that's native to Eastern Europe. Actually, it is a root that belongs to the mustard family, mostly loved for its pungent, spicy flavor. Dan's developed a couple of tricks to keep the heat in his horseradish turned up high.
And the biggest thing is you need to peel it by hand to make sure you only get the white, fleshy part of the root. That's the hottest part. And by doing it by hand, in coarse grinding it, you have bigger chunks. Therefore, you have more cells to crunch when you do bite into it. It makes for better flavor and, of course, more heat.
They turn more than 100 pounds of white-hot root into horseradish every week at Whalen's. Doing it Dan's way is labor-intensive. After it's cut and ground, the horseradish is put into a container filled with brine, covered, then immediately refrigerated.
That's the main thing in keeping horseradish hot. They say you have to keep it cold to keep it hot.
Although Dan has always liked horseradish, he didn't realize what he was missing until he started eating the handmade stuff. Now he and Stephanie have it with every meal, and in fact they found all kinds of uses for it. Uses that you and I might think a little strange.
He eats it on everything. He eats it on English muffins in the morning. He eats it on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Stimulates the taste buds so well, it makes the jelly and peanut butter taste better.
If you were wondering, there is one thing that Dan will not put horseradish on.
Chocolate. Ice cream.
Well, we're glad to hear that. Hand-making horseradish has put Dan, Stephanie, and Whalen's horseradish pretty much in a class by themselves. Why?
Not too many people want to sit and peel horseradish every week.
So remember, next time you want to clear your sinuses, instead of reaching for the hot sauce,
fire up and eat root.
In case you're wondering where Dan gets his horseradish root from, well, he gets it from the horseradish capital of America, Collinsville, Illinois, where 2/3 of all the horseradish root is grown. Way to go, Collinsville. And if you want to get Dan's horseradish, you can do it either by mail order or at his website. And that's it for this edition of Roker on the Road. I'm Al Roker. Until next time, enjoy the ride. For more information, or if you have places you'd like me to visit, log on to foodnetwork.com.